first time it seems that Ward's punch affected Kovalev.
Hello and welcome to In This Corner. I'm James Smith here at Mandalay Bay, where Saturday night the ring will be up, the crowd will be raucous as it's Ward and Kovalev 2, the rematch. The first fight was razor close. I picked Andre going into that fight. I thought he won the fight, but it could have gone either way. Now we're ready for round number 13.
I already said enough, and I will prove it June 17 into the ring. And you get prepared. Thank you very much, sir.
Turn my mic on. You ain't gonna do nothing. Don't point your finger at me,
See
bro.
You.
All the talking is good. It's good for the fans. It's good to build it up. It's all good. But anybody that knows me knows I'm about the action. I'm about getting it done. And I don't have to announce when I'm on my way. I just like to show up and get it done.
I think what Kovalev needs to do is get Andre down and keep him down. That certainly won't be an easy task, but the most important thing for him is to use that left jab, to keep the jab touching Andre Ward to set up that lethal right hand. Also, if he's going to be on the inside, he needs to try to use his physicality a little bit better than he did the first one out and try to hit Andre anywhere he can. But the key for Kovalev is the distance. Use the jab to set up that big, powerful right hand that put Andre down in round number 2.
A good fighter. He's not just a decent puncher. Like, he's got skill. We knew that, by watching the tape. You don't win a championship and fight the level of competition that he's fought. He's fought pretty much the best of the best in the division, just like I did at super middleweight.
What Andre Ward needs to do is pick it up in round 13. In other words, from the 4th round on, Andre started to get in his zone, and he was able to get underneath and in and around the tremendous power of Sergey Kovalev, and that's what he needs to do this time earlier. Get in and around, underneath, get on the inside, work the body, work the angles, use his versatility and his higher IQ, and make it a more convincing victory this time.
I can pick my performance apart a lot. There's a lot of situations where I could have did a lot better. I think they got my best. They didn't. Just angles, punch selection, and just situations when I had him in a compromised position and didn't get off, and I let him off the hook. And I can't do that this time.
People don't even realize, we never made any excuse, but the fact is, Smitty, he couldn't run for that fight because of his knee. He had a sack on his knee. We found that out later after we had him examined after the fight, that if we ran, it would swell the knee up. So we had to stick with the bike and the Versa climber like that, but he couldn't run.
The fact that Virgil Hunter told us that Ward was not able to run for the first fight, I think that could make a tremendous difference and be a tremendous benefit for Andre Ward in this fight. Because one of the things I noticed in their first fight was he had issues, especially early, in getting out of the way of the jab. Movement-wise, dipping-wise, it just seemed to be the mobility wasn't there until later on. Probably the legs loosened up. But if he's been able to run for this fight and the knee is 100%, he should have better stamina, better mobility, which should put him in a much better position to win a more convincing decision this time out. What can Sergey do better to get a victory?
Well, at this stage, he needs to close the show. I don't mean go for the knockout, but if he can do this, if he can do in the second half, in the second fight, what he did in the first half of the first fight, he'll win. I mean, he won the first 6 rounds. He dominated those rounds. He used his jab. He kept Ward off balance. And then for some reason, he started to kind of falter. He says he got fatigued. He hit it well. So he just needs to be more consistent in the second half of the second fight, like he was in the first half of the first fight. He proved he outboxed Ward. I'm not taking anything away from Ward. He's a very intelligent, smart fighter. But I told her that your jab is stronger than his, and he used that, and he outboxed Ward. We beat Ward his own game. So there's not much to really change. He has to be more consistent and use that jab more and cut the ring off a little bit more on Ward and make Ward fight him.
In rematches like this, where you have two dynamic fighters, two high IQ fighters, I simply go with the guy with the highest IQ. And I can't think of anybody in the game, with the exception of Floyd Mayweather, who has a higher boxing acumen than Andre Ward. I think he'll pick it up where he left off, do a better job this time with his distance, leverage, and timing, and win a more convincing decision. And it wouldn't surprise me if later on in this fight that he does some damage and actually hurts Kovalev. Having said that, with a guy like Sergey Kovalev, one of the best 2 or 3 punchers in all of boxing, all bets are off if he lands that right hand and he's able to do it more than once. But my pick is Andre Ward to win a unanimous 12-round decision. So it's Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev 2, the rematch on Saturday night at Mandalay Bay and on HBO pay-per-view. You don't want to miss it.